You don't have any plans Friday night, do you?
Yes, Swift. Yes, I have plans because on Friday, July 5th, I will be watching a brand new episode of Bunk'd. Hello everyone, I hope you all are happy and healthy, and yes, new episodes of Bunk'd will finally start airing again on July 5th on Disney Channel. I have been waiting for the next episode to come out ever since the last one aired in December of last year, and finally the show is coming back. Well, at least for a little while anyway. I know that the show is ending after this season, and that these 10 episodes will be the last Bunk'd episodes ever. I wanted to talk about the show ending on my channel when the news first came out, but I just never got around to it. But I still plan on making a short video talking about the show ending and my thoughts about that. But even though the show is ending, at least we're going to get 10 more episodes, 8 of which will air all next month. Like, they are releasing 2 episodes every Friday next month.
That's a whole lot of Doug.
Like, it's just a little surprising that they're airing so many episodes in 1 month, but honestly, I'm happy that they're releasing 2 episodes per week because we've been waiting long enough to watch the episodes, you know? I mean, it will be a lot to analyze 2 new episodes every week, but again, I don't really care. I'm just glad we're getting the show back, and I was just so happy when I first heard when the episodes were coming out. And I'm still so happy about this. I'm really looking forward to watching all of these episodes and seeing how this show ends. I just hope the writers have something amazing planned for the series finale and for all the episodes. Like, I'm expecting greatness and I better not be disappointed. Although honestly, no matter what happens in these final episodes, I just want to try and enjoy these episodes. That's not to say that I won't mention if there's things that I don't like about the episodes, because I will, especially if I do a review on each of the last 10 episodes, which I want to do that, but I have to wait and see if I have the time to do so. But yeah, of course I'll mention if I don't like certain things or whatever. I mean, I kind of already know that I might not get the exact ending I wanted for the show, but I think we'll still get a great ending nonetheless, you know? Anyways, yeah, I just want to appreciate these last 10 episodes and just have fun while watching them, which I'm sure I will because Bunk'd is such a fun show. One amazing thing that we do know about the last 10 episodes is that at some point in the season, all of the season 4 cast will be back on the show. Ava, Finn, Gwen, and Mateo will be back, according to the behind the scenes photos that some of the cast posted on Instagram. That is absolutely incredible news, and every Bunk'd fan should be so happy that they're back. It'll be so great to see what they've been up to since the last time we saw them. The episode titles for the new episodes released as well, and I'm going to be honest, when I first saw the episode titles, I was so taken aback because of how weird they are. Like, most of the episode titles are so weird that I can't even make a guess as to what they'll be about. But I will try to make a guess about what each episode will be about, although I'm not going to have a lot to say about most of them because, again, I don't really have much of a clue as to what these episodes will be about. And no, I'm not cheating since the episode descriptions for the episodes aren't out yet, so I'm just making guesses off the titles alone. Okay, so there's the episode called Yodel Recall. I guess there will be yodeling involved somehow. Like, that's really all I have to say about that. Then there's the episode Busk a Move. I think that's like the phrase bust a move, which I think that refers to dancing. And busking in particular, I hope I pronounced that right, is when someone performs music on the street or in public in order to get donations. So I think Parker and some of the other campers might try to put on a dance performance to raise more money for the ranch or something. I also think that Victoria will be in this episode since it's related to dancing, and she's one of the dance teachers at the ranch. I think Victoria will start to appear more often in the upcoming episodes because of something that I'll mention later on. Then there's the episode Game of Thrones. That's obviously a reference to the show Game of Thrones. I don't know why they made that reference so obvious, but anyways, I don't really know what Game of Thrones is about, so I can't really make a guess as to what this episode is about because I assume that, like, I guess the episode is sort of based on something that happens in that show, but I don't watch Game of Thrones, so. Next, there's Free Falls and Pickleballs. I remember there was an episode in season 6 where Jake made a comment about not knowing what pickleball really is, so maybe he'll finally find out because maybe he and some of the others might play pickleball in this episode. I mean, the episode Badminton to the Bone actually did have Noah and Megan playing badminton together, so I guess it's not too far-fetched to say that an episode with pickleball in the title will involve some of the characters actually playing pickleball. But that's really all I have for this episode. Like I said earlier, I really don't have any good guesses for most of these episode titles. Next, there's License to Cattle Drive. I guess it will have something to do with cattle drive, which according to Google is the process of moving a herd of cattle from one place to another. It might also have something to do with another character actually getting their driver's license, since it has the word license in the title. And that's also a very common topic, a very common storyline for Disney Channel shows to do, like where the characters have to go get their driver's license. But anyways, if that's the case, then I think it's going to be maybe Destiny or Noah that might get their driver's license. As far as I know, I don't think that any of them have their driver's license yet. I'm not really sure. But I'm pretty sure they don't. But anyways, maybe one of them might get their driver's license, and throughout the episode they will be preparing and studying to take the driver's test, similar to how in the season 6 episode Model Citizen, Lou and Winnie helped Parker prepare for his citizenship test. Okay, now we're getting to the episodes that I have a little bit more to say about them. One of the upcoming episodes is called And the Kiki Goes To, and that title reminds me of the phrase "and this award goes to." You know what they say on award shows when they're announcing the winners of each award? That makes me think that perhaps the Kiki they were referring to in the title is an award or a trophy that the campers will be able to win. Perhaps it's a competition to see who has the most Kikiwaka spirit or something. I have no idea, but I'm thinking the episode could be something like that. Or my other idea for this episode is that, well, you know how the title is "And the Kiki Goes To"? What if by Kiki the title is referring to Kikiwaka as in one of the summer camps that Lou owns? Perhaps the episode is referring to the new winter camp that Lou said she would let Parker run in the Christmas episode. However, it's also true that Barb has come back in 2 episodes this season, and in case you don't know, Barb was Lou's rival back in season 4. She was the camp director of the rival camp champion. However, in season 7, she got fired from that camp, and now she's no longer a camp director, and apparently she's Lou's friend now too, which I don't really believe that they are friends. And Barb, up until the last 2 episodes, was always more of an antagonist for the show in a way. But now that she's Lou's friend, and since Barb used to be a camp director, what if Barb shows interest in running the new camp as well? And even though she told Parker she would let him run the camp, maybe Lou decides to change her mind and lets Barb and Parker compete against each other, and she'll test them to see who really should be the camp director of her new camp. Now, this could be a bunch of far-fetched nonsense, and the episode will have nothing to do with that, but I just had that thought and wanted to share it. Plus, Parker and Barb technically have competed against each other before in one of the season 5 episodes where they were participating in a contest to win a new boat for each of their camps. So yeah, maybe we'll have Parker and Barb competing against each other again or something like that, but I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see what happens. And actually, if that does end up being true, that might actually be what the Game of Thrones episode is about instead, because while I don't know much about the show that title is referencing, I noticed that it's emphasizing the singular noun throne, unlike the show, which is called Game of Thrones, like in as in plural, right? So like maybe the throne in the title might be referring to a leadership role, like being a camp director. So yeah, maybe that's actually the episode where Parker and Barb might compete to be the new camp director of the new winter camp, if that even happens at all. Now, the last 2 episode titles for the upcoming episodes both have something related to marriage in the titles. There's the episode Iguana Bee Best Man, and the other episode Cold Feet Hot Brawlers. So in the behind the scenes photos that the cast posted, or at least in one of them, Parker was wearing what looks to be a wedding suit. Everyone is dressed in fancy outfits like it's a special occasion, like a wedding for instance, and the letters P+V is carved into the water well at the ranch. And that clearly stands for Parker plus Victoria, and Victoria is Parker's girlfriend. So because of that, I kind of believe that Parker and Victoria will get married.
So, what do you say? Will you make me the happiest activities director in the world?
I do. I mean, I accept.
And the 2 episode titles being related to weddings proves that to be even more true. Because like Iguana be best man, like that episode for instance, well, best man, that term in particular is someone that a groom specifically chooses that they're supposed to help them out with their wedding. So, someone's like the best man for somebody's wedding. And then there's the episode Cold Feet, Hot Brobblers, which I don't know what a brobbler is, but cold feet is described as anxiety about doing something that requires long-term commitment. And this phrase is used a lot specifically when referring to anxiety one feels before getting married. Iguana Be Best Man is probably going to be about Parker choosing who is going to be the best man at the wedding. It could either be that it's someone from Parker's family, or maybe given that Jesse, the show that this show is a spinoff of, since in Jesse had Luke and Ravi be her best man when she was going to get married to Brooks, well, maybe Noah, Bill, or Jake will be his best man at the wedding too. It most likely will be Noah, since he has a good friendship with Parker. But since the title is called Iguana Be Best Man, which sounds like I wanna be best man, well, maybe Noah, Bill, and Jake might argue which of them should be best man at Parker's wedding, only to find out that all of them can be Parker's best men or something. I don't know. I'm just making guesses here. I don't know if any of this is going to happen. These are just all guesses. Anyways, yeah, I think the episode is going to be connected to the wedding storyline as well as the episode Cold Feet, Hot Blobblers. Again, I don't know what a blobber is. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. But I do think that this episode is going to be about Parker being a bit nervous about getting married, which, yeah, it makes a lot of sense that he would be nervous, since it seems like Parker and Victoria's relationship hasn't had much development so far. Therefore, it seems like the two are just rushing to get married a bit too soon. Victoria has only appeared in 3 episodes of the show so far, and she hasn't even appeared or even been mentioned in the first half of season 7 yet, and we just haven't seen much of their relationship at all. So yeah, my point is that the relationship doesn't have a lot of development, which is why it seems like the two are just rushing to get married. And I think that that's why Parker will get cold feet about getting married. Now, I believe that Parker will be nervous about getting married for a while, but then he'll get over it and marry Victoria anyways. I don't think they're going to pull a Jesse, like how Jesse was going to get married to Brooks, but then changed her mind during the wedding. Yeah, I don't think they're going to do the same thing here. I mean, they might, but it's highly unlikely.
And to you, Jesse, take this man to love and to cherish from this day forward.
I don't.
What?
Brooks, I'm so sorry. I just can't.
Speaking of Jesse, it is interesting that both Jesse and Bunk'd will probably have wedding episodes. While I still don't necessarily love the idea of Parker and Victoria getting married, in addition to the things I've already said about their relationship, you also probably know why you probably also know the other reason why I'm not really a big fan of these two getting married. But anyways, I just want to say that while I still don't necessarily love the idea of Parker and Victoria getting married, I know it's probably going to happen, and like I said earlier, I just want to enjoy these episodes, and I'll respect whatever the writers decide to do. Even if I'm not a fan of Parker and Victoria getting married, I know that the writers will have a lot of other fun and interesting stories to tell with these final 10 episodes, and I'm really looking forward to them, and I hope you all will watch the episodes as well. Let me know if you'll be watching the new episodes, and yeah, I guess that's all for this video. I just wanted to share the amazing news that Bunk'd is officially coming back, and that we're getting 8 episodes all next month. I guess that means my channel will go back to being a Bunk'd channel for a while, because I'm sure these episodes will give me a lot to talk about. Plus, I'm still working on my Bunk'd series as a way to celebrate the show. But anyways, thank you so much for watching. Please remember to love yourself and be kind to everyone. And please don't forget to educate yourself on the things that are going on in the world right now. Please do whatever you can to help people in Palestine, in Sudan, and Congo. Just educate yourself about what's going on, because there's a lot of suffering going on right now. And please donate. I've been retweeting some donation links where you can donate if you can donate. And yeah, just please educate yourself about what's going on in the world, and please do whatever you can to help, because that's really, really important. Anyways, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you'll have a great day. Bye!